Today, I'm going to be discussing the vegan lifestyle and how my life has changed by living a vegan lifestyle.
I like to sit back and watch a tree grow. I like the way they think it's all growth, not an ego. I wish that you could speak to these moms.
It's Aquila Mariyah here, and today it is day 20 of the Mindset Shift Challenge. I truly believe that having a plant-based diet and living a vegan lifestyle has changed me tremendously. I am so much more empathetic for people and my energy has gone up. So before I was vegan, I was really not the nicest person and I just lacked empathy 100%. I did. Getting educated on the meat industry and the dairy industry allowed me to empathize with the animals, and because I started empathizing with the animals and I truly felt bad that I was contributing to animals being slaughtered and being inseminated to produce more milk just to get their kids taken away. And I just felt so bad and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm literally contributing to this. Ever since then, I was just trying to get as educated as I could, so I started watching vegan YouTubers, documentaries on a plant-based diet, and just things like that. I literally started to fill my days with veganism and just try to get educated. Like I said, watching Cowspiracy and Forks Over Knives really allowed me to be able to look at my life and see if it actually matches my morals. Eating animals and animal products just didn't fit my morals. Like it wasn't matching up. Why is it that we can be nice to dogs? I'm looking at she's back there. Layla's back there. But how can we sit here and be cool with dogs and cats, but then we eat cows and chickens and fish? Not one part of it makes sense, in my opinion. And so that's why I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go on a vegan diet. It took me like 2 months to actually go completely vegan because I kept adding cheese to like everything. Like if I was having a salad, I added feta cheese and then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I did it again. It just kept happening the first 2 months that I was going vegan, and I didn't get down on myself. I'm just like, okay, I'm going to keep trying. It's going to take practice. I got so used to adding cheese to all of my foods because I love cheese. So it took me a minute to think about what I was doing when I was prepping my meals. Eventually, 2 months later, I became vegan, and now in April, it will be 5 years. Oh my gosh, 5 years of me being vegan. And I just think that's so crazy. I never thought that I would go vegan just because I liked eating whatever the heck I wanted to. Like my best friend and I, like from middle school and probably up until we got our cars in high school, we walked to meet each other and then to McDonald's almost every day, especially in the summer. The summer, oh my gosh. But we were walking, so to us it's like, okay, like it's all good. We're not gonna get fat because I don't think that's in our DNA to get fat just because we were so skinny. And we were walking, so it's just like a balance in our eyes. It was a good balance, but McDonald's is trash. And that's just my opinion. It's not even food that spoils. So it's just really bad for you. After the 2 months and I became full vegan, I wasn't even the type of vegan that was plant-based. I was a junk food vegan. So I wasn't even feeling all of the benefits because I found out Oreos were vegan. I went to Dollar Tree and they had so many snacks that were vegan, and so I just became a junk food vegan and was getting all the meat substitutions and just a bunch of subs. And I didn't get fat or anything, but I didn't get all the health benefits of gaining energy and things like that. So you need to be mindful. No matter what diet you consume, everybody's different. I truly believe in individuality and everybody is different. As far as the plant-based diet, being vegan, I think that is beneficial just for the animals because, I mean, if it's against your morals to kill, if it's against your morals to eat a dog, why isn't it against your morals to eat a cow? Just saying. Then being vegan and being plant-based is what's for you. Like, I definitely recommend trying it out. Even eating less meat and less dairy is beneficial. Like, if it's not realistic for you to just like completely switch, because I don't believe in diets, I switched as easy as I did because it was a lifestyle for me. I wasn't focused on, oh, I want to have a plant-based diet. No, I was focused on the animals, the environment, and my health, all of those. And so that's why it's been easy for me to not go back to a meat eater diet. Also, growing up, I didn't eat meat like that. If I ate meat and I wasn't craving it, then it made me feel sick. But if I ate it and I was craving it, then I was fine. So I've always been weird when it came to meat. But dairy was my struggle. Dairy was something I was just like, when people said they were vegan, I was just like, why? It made no sense to me. My best friend and I literally, eating was our thing, and we ate any and everything. We snacked on a regular. We had a snack bag at school. Like, we always had food on deck. Always. And I mean, technically I still do, but that's because I have a slight fear of hunger, because I am practicing being more calm and having patience when I do get hungry. So far I've just made it to where I don't allow myself to get too hungry, because that's when I start to lose control, and I don't like that. So I figured out that if I always have food no matter where I go, because being vegan, being plant-based, there's not always food readily available. Like, it's not. You have to do a little bit more searching, and when you do search, it might not always be the healthiest. So having snacks that are healthy on deck really, really works for me, and that's why I do it. Like I was saying, I definitely believe in bio-individuality. What works for one person won't work for the next. But limiting your dairy intake and your meat intake will help tremendously. A lot of people are eating way more dairy and way more meat than they really need, and they're not really associating all the issues that they have with themselves, like constipation, gut pain, gut issues, inflammation. A lot of people really aren't associating what they eat with that, which isn't great to do, just because what we feed ourselves is fuel for our bodies. So it doesn't make sense on why we don't associate the food with any health issues that we have. I know I didn't before I went vegan. I'm so glad I got educated through YouTube, and also where I got my health coaching certificate from, the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, because they don't just tell you about a vegan diet. They tell you about all the different diets, so that way you're as knowledgeable as possible on those different diets. But they also don't recommend diets, which is why I don't recommend diets, because it just makes sense. From personal experience with myself and those around me, diets are temporary. Diets, you're limiting yourself. Now, the way that you eat is a diet, but limiting yourself because you're on like a paleo diet, a keto diet. There's also an Ayurvedic diet. So there's a bunch of different diets out there. Some of them can be sustainable, but then some of them just really aren't. Like the vegan diet, the plant-based diet is sustainable for me. That doesn't mean it's going to be sustainable for you. So find what works for you and just keep working off of that. Add new food into your diet, and don't limit yourself to burgers and fries. Like, if you want French fries, cook them at home. Like, don't add so much oil. Don't fry them. Like, French fries are a good time baked. If you have an air fryer, your life has been changed forever, so use it. When I first went vegan, I thought that I was just about to change everybody's life. For those of you who don't know, my mom died from colon cancer. She died like 6 months after finding out that she had colon cancer. And it never occurred to me to think about her diet as playing a role in her getting colon cancer. She was already in stage 4, so there's a very large chance that there was no coming back from that. But had I been educated like I am now, there is a chance. But I'm not going to dwell on it, because it is what it is now. And now I am educated. And so when I first went vegan, I thought that I just saved everybody's life. I'm about to change everybody's life. I'm about to save everybody. And my family wasn't going for it. And I was so frustrated and so pissed off. I'm like, but why? Like, this doesn't make any sense to me. Don't you want to live? Don't you want to make sure that you don't get sick? Don't you want to make sure you don't get cancer? Don't you want to do everything in your power to live a healthy life? Like, really? You don't want this? So confusing to me. But Nothing works when you shove things down people's throat. Like, out of this whole video, you're only going to receive the things and take on the things that you want. Whatever you're ready for is what you're going to take. So if you're not ready to hear that eating less meat is something that you should think about, or eating less dairy is something you should think about, and you're like, I really don't give a fuck, then you're not going to take on this information. Now, if you're being mindful of what you're consuming, then you're really going to take on what I'm saying and implement what I am saying. It's all in where you are in life, and somebody shoving it down your throat isn't going to make a difference. I eventually realized that and stopped. Now my family says, oh, I got this and I got that, and they're showing me different things that they got that's organic, different things that are plant-based, different things that are vegan substitutions or cruelty-free. They're a lot more mindful of it now, just because I started living my life just as a vegan and not shoving it down people's throat, but also bringing it up, like not being afraid to bring it up, but not trying to force them into doing what I'm doing. And because of that, there's a lot of people in my life that are mindful of what they purchase, and I'm grateful for that. Just be mindful of what you're consuming. Be mindful of the way you move about your life. Be mindful on whether or not your morals and your values match your life. And if they don't, just take a step back and think about it. See what it is that you can do to match everything up. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a video. I hope you have a positive, blissful day or night whenever you're watching this. Thank you so much for your support. I truly am grateful for you. Do what works for you. If you want to try a diet out, try it out. But don't have expectations, and also be okay with eating the foods that you know make you feel good. So keep track of the way that you feel after you eat foods, and whatever fuels you, whatever gives you energy, whatever brings positive energy into your life, eat that. Whatever hurts your stomach, gives you diarrhea, or just makes you feel fatigued, limit that and don't eat that. It's all up to you. You have full control in what you put into your body. You don't have to eat organic if you cannot afford organic. Veganism, plant-based, is not about eating foods that are organic. It's best to eat organic foods, but nowadays I'm pretty sure if it's like 50% organic, they can just label it organic. So it's not like a hit or miss. Just do what it is that you can, and always remember to be love, be peace, be positive, spread love everywhere you go, and always, always be you. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Not an ego, I wish that you could speak to these motherfuckers.